we've taken over. Frauded by TLC.
It's a gay frauded.
In the States or abroad, no one's safe from the talkers of fraud. In the States or abroad, no one's safe from the talkers of fraud.
The following goes beyond the show and beyond the gram to bring you all the fraud that's fit to be uncovered. This is the Fraudcast, and now, here are your fraudcasters, Hanakawa and Katrina.
Welcome to the Fraudcast. I am Frauded by TLC. With me, as always, is Hanakawa.
What's up?
And we have special guests today in studio. Well, sort of in studio. We have Matt and Jake, or Matt and Poodle if you prefer, or Maddie and Jake, or Maddie and Poodle, whatever you want to call it. Say hi.
Or bottom one and bottom two.
Well, see, this is why you guys were never a couple, because you can't have two bottoms.
No, two bottoms don't make a night.
Well, so for all those people who think that you guys were a couple, the evidence says no, because if you're both bottoms, you can't be a couple. So there we go. We just debunked it.
You would have to just like use dildos on each other, and I'm not really into that.
Me either.
Mm-mm.
I need a dick with a man behind it.
And I need to date an actual man.
Yeah, so there we go. There we go.
So do I.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being hospitable.
It's like anytime.
Anytime. We're glad to have you. Just bring the lube.
Exactly.
Isn't that common courtesy?
On my shelf.
It is common courtesy. It is. You should always have some.
I have gone over to some gentleman's house and they don't have any, and then we're just kind of sitting there staring at each other.
I'm single. I always brought condoms. Like that was
No, what are you going to do? Sandpaper each other? No, thank you. No, thank
Sandpaper each other.
No, thank you.
And then when you go over and they have like the Costco size, you just kind of.
Yeah, guilty.
I was gonna say, as a gag for one of my friends, we found this gigantic tub of fucking lube, and he was just like, "Thanks." I'm like, "You're gonna use it.
You're gonna use it.
You're gonna use it.
Doesn't need any lube.
It costs too much."
I've learned from this one: if you're in a pinch, a can of WD-40 will do it right. It burns a little.
Can't think about the chemical burns from that.
Just a big jar of Crisco.
Uses it. You think
just grab into it.
You can imagine Ed just kind of like squeezing it off and like, here we
squeeze it off his hair.
This is going to get a little explicit, but that's okay.
We're normally,
it's fine.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We do a podcast on 90 Day Fiance, and we're two gay people.
So our show's called the 90 Day Gays.
Took a lot of thought, really.
You guys need to listen to it, but not in with little ears with around, or not at work, not in the drive-through at McDonald's.
We have people that get 90 Day Gayed all the time.
Oh my God.
They'll send us, they're like, this one woman was getting her car done in a body shop, and she was listening to it on her phone.
It was something I said.
And then she said, this poor Latino man, I don't think you understood English at all, turned on my car and drove it up to take it to me. And suddenly I hear the Ride the Russian Dick song.
Yeah.
Ride that dick, gonna ride that dick, gonna ride that Russian dick all night. And
it reminds me. Oh, go ahead.
It's blaring and the windows were down. It's blaring across the entire Toyota dealership.
It's the Bluetooth.
Yes, and everyone's looking at her. She's just like, sorry.
So I think I had shared it on the 90 Day Gays Facebook page, but I was riding up in the elevator with our executives, and it was like the first dick song I heard, and I have my earbuds in. I just hear dick, 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 dick. I'm like volume down a little bit. Like the leader of the agency is next to me, and there's dicks in my head. I'm like,
I take that as a badge of honor. Personally.
I'm just laughing my ass off though, because I'm like, I hope they can't hear through the.
People have like rolled up to pick their kids up. Sometimes this woman was like in the carpool lane, and we're singing "Suddenly Seaman."
It's the best. It's the best. Like my My boyfriend will not listen to many podcasts with me, but he'll listen to yours. He's just, I know. I'm like, why this one? He goes, it's entertaining. I'm like, out of all of them.
We have quite a few straight male sissies,
we're
as
getting
we
some
call
straight
them.
sissies, yeah.
I have to skip the intro song, though, because he will not.
Tell us where you can find the sissies.
Oh, these straight males. Tell us where we can
Tell
find
us
them.
where you can find the sissies on out there in the world.
Oh,
Well,
the
people,
sissy
if they
squad.
were a sissy, where would they go to talk about this?
Sissies are so they're like on Crappens. They're what they call them Geraldines. We
They're
call
our
our
fans.
listeners our sissies. So everybody who likes 90 Days is a sissy, but there is a private Facebook group. We're about to hit 5,000 people, and that's called the Sissy Squad. But you could be a sissy, and Instagram, Twitter at 90 Day Gays. We're all there.
There you go. So they can find you there.
Yep.
So all of this talk about, condoms and sex and stuff, you know who doesn't need those? The people on Too Hot to Handle. And tell us why.
I thought we were
I
going
thought
to
you were going to say, Lisa. When I'm with my Nigerian man, I grab him by the face and I raw dog him, and I have him sing the national anthem when he's going down.
The
on my
Nigerian
naked-
national anthem.
Yes. God bless my vulva.
Stop! Don't ever say vulva.
Do you know that Usman was live talking about going down on Lisa?
He said he didn't, though. Yeah, it was an interview. There was an interview with, like, I'm going to fuck it up. It's Lip Service, like a New York radio show. Yeah, and so, like, randomly, like, out of all the shows he would do an interview with, that one, and he was talking about his experience with Lisa, and according to him, she, like, kind of forced him to do the show and forced him into the relationship by threatening to kill herself if he didn't, and
I believe that.
he didn't go down on her, but he wanted to make her happy, so
he's kind of like moving like vines in a jungle.
Like Indiana Jones finding
his little
that.
safari hat.
Yes.
Well, no, she had a Brazilian before she went out there, remember?
Oh, she did.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she had hardwood floors for him.
Oh.
It's all good. It's all fine.
Murphy's Oil does the wonder.
Slip and slide.
Yeah, it's like that oil, the slippery kitty.
Ooh.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, she's pretty vile. She's what I've referred to as the vilest person that I've ever seen on this show.
You know what
She's
they
just
call her on
vile.
Instagram? Baby Girl Visa.
Baby girl Visa. I enjoyed that.
But, travel ban. He's not coming here anytime soon.
Nope.
So, Too Hot to Handle?
Yeah.
Netflix.
Total 180 there.
180. Well, I had the nice little transition there, and then you guys went.
I know we screwed it up.
It's all right. It's fine.
This show, again, some of our sissies started coming at us and saying, "Oh, y'all need to recap the show," and we were like,
before we did that, we did Love Is Blind, which was kind of the first Netflix reality series, which became wildly popular due to the chemistry of Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey.
Obviously.
Obviously. Electric.
Wasn't anything of a woman giving her dog wine.
Oh, yes.
We did an episode, a Patreon episode on that with Kirsten Moore of Reality TV and Me, the Australian podcast. We did an episode, just one episode on the whole show. But yeah, like whoever is working at Netflix in this new reality TV genre who greenlit both Love Is Blind and Too Hot to Handle, like
And
they
the
need a
Circle. We
raise.
haven't watched
And
Circle,
the
but people
Circle.
love
I haven't watched the
ones that
Circle
bad.
yet, but yeah, they need a raise because this shit is on fire.
And during pandemic times, y'all, this is what we need now.
That's really what's driving it. Because I was looking for something to, I don't know, waste a couple hours or whatever. And so I was like, Too Hot to Handle. It's like, okay, fine. I literally turn it on for like 5 minutes and I'm like, I'm getting this weird cringy feeling. I'm going to keep watching this.
Yeah. And there's not a single appropriately fitting bathing suit on the show.
She starts texting me like these
I was
little
like,
videos.
watch this fucking show. And it's like, why? I'm like, because fucking Lana. I found David's Lana. She's in this show.
I never realized that.
Oh my God.
He's just an air freshener. You fuck the comb.
the tattling air freshener. So maybe we should help people. Maybe we should help people understand.
Does it break the rules if you fuck Lana, though?
You know, I think Matthew, the long-haired guy, tried to fuck her several times.
God, he's gross.
He did. He like asked her out on a date, and she's like,
But does that break the rules? Like, if somebody
If he
were to
gets
literally
off, yes.
shove that up their cooter, would that break the rules? Because they're not allowed to masturbate either.
No,
Got off.
no.
Lana would be like, please, take your hands off me. I like it.
Okay, we're getting off track. So,
like
Too Hot to Handle is they put all of these really hot people who are dumb as fuck on this island. And they all think they're going to be there to like get really drunk and have a lot of sex because there's condoms everywhere, all this stuff. And then there's this Lana, who's like this Alexa Siri hybrid, who in all the rooms keeping an eye on them, telling them that no, there's actually, you can't touch anything. You can't touch each other. You can't kiss each other. You can't hold each other's wankers. You can't do anything. And then the prize is what, how much?
It's $100,000.
$100,000
offense they do takes away from that prize bucket.
Like if they kiss, it's $3,000.
When you said
$6,000 blowjobs.
Yes, when you said you take them to this place, this kind of camp or this island, and they can't kiss or have sex. That's like my church camp. It's pretty much just like that.
That's not my friends. They all went to Falls Creek and fucked.
And they basically told us to don't heavy petting. You can't heavy pet somebody because if you love God, Jesus sees you.
What were you raised?
No.
You were
Methodist. I was raised Methodist.
I was Catholic, but all my friends went to the Baptist camp, and those Baptists were horny.
Yeah, but they weren't supposed to.
They all did it at church camp.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, going back to what we were saying, it's a terrible show with single people, all international, Brits, Australians,
Irish.
It's kind of what we used to do. We used to do this app where we watch TV for them, and they used to do it. It was called TV Co. And we at that time we recapped the USA version of Love Island. And it was terrible. It was so boring.
Yeah. Well, people say this is like Love Island, but without
this is a revamped Love Island. This is like Love Island, but better producers.
Well, it's because they're not doing it on ABC or cable. These shows really need to be on Netflix because you need that edge. So we then we jumped into this. We liked it and we were cringy. Now, some of our sissies are like, I don't know if I get into it. If y'all watch it, first of all, the episodes are only like 30 minutes each. There's only 8 of them, but
35, 40.
Episode 3 is where it really gets fucking good. Can we talk about the manipulation of Francesca and Haley and
that was amazing. That was amazing.
Y'all, can we just make it clear? Haley would be forever changed with like a relationship with like a bull dyke who would just like make her feel like a woman.
Like just a really butch lesbian who owns a bar.
Yeah.
Haley was so into Francesca though. Like she wanted.
That's what
she was Francesca's pet. Like
that's what Haley needs. And I bet
please come pet me.
Yes, Haley would get with this older lesbian and suddenly I bet she would become smart and nice. Like it would just totally just like.
She's probably one of the dumbest ones. And I say that given that Chloe exists.
We love Chloe though.
I think that's what makes her not as dumb to me. Yeah. Even though like IQ wise she might be dumber than Haley, I think because she's so cute and pretty and funny, like it doesn't matter. And you can see how she survives in the world. Yeah. Can we talk about also, I want to talk about the manipulation, but like how these people, when they are forced to actually talk to each other, because Lana sends them on dates and makes them like do these things so they can develop deeper connections and all of this stuff. They don't know how to talk to each other. And here's the thing is that this is what Hetero Life Mate and I were saying as he was watching all of this with me was they don't know how to talk to each other because they've never had to do it. Right. They've never had to try to be nice and be good people and to be like really good human beings and have a personality. They don't have to have a personality because they're hot and they go, and they get fucked. That's it.
We talked about that because you guys, if you're born really hot, not like if you were a fat kid and you got hot, you don't have to develop a personality. You're going to be fine in this world.
I mean, the shit I had to do in my 20s just to get a guy with abs to make out with me, because I drink beer and eat bread. I mean, I had to give them.
This one's begged for sex.
Oh,
definitely on his knees.
Just like, please, take my money. Here's my car keys. Whatever. Take my best friend. He's a whore. Anything that they'll.
Well, yeah, like back before I learned how to wax my eyebrows, like it was a struggle, right?
But these people take it to a new level because not only do they not have to talk, they don't know how. Like I think their reflex is hot guy comes by, legs open. That's all we have to do.
Well, was it Francesca or one of them was saying all I had to do was like flip my hair and that's
Francesca.
it.
Yep.
And that's it. So
it's an interesting concept. I think the biggest problem I have with it is there's a binary that says having sex with people is not okay. Just having sex with people.
I disagree, and I was listening to you guys' podcast on this, and tell the people about your podcast on this.
Oh, it's on our Patreon. We have 2 episodes on our regular feed, and the rest of the episode behind the $5 Patreon.
And you guys talk about all of these episodes.
We talk about all the episodes. We just did Love Is Blind before this.
We have episodes up to 4 up. We've recorded 5. We are about to watch and record 6. So we haven't finished the show yet.
We finished this week. We haven't seen it. I've heard
okay.
I've heard episode 6 is great, but we haven't watched.
It's so good. This is where those episodes are where I learned that a blowjob is $6,000, which, as you guys know, my producer is hetero life mate.
Yes.
And I pay him in blowjobs. So he's like, let me see how much this is worth.
Now he knows all the price listing.
He does.
It's gonna be rough.
He does. Well, okay, so I was listening to your Patreon because I am a member.
Can she take out her teeth? Like, what makes it such a premium?
We call that a gummer.
We do call that a gummer.
For whatever it's worth, hetero life mate said that mine are worth $6,000.
There you go.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Just saying.
So I was listening to your episodes, and because I am a member of your Patreon, so I was listening, and you guys all should join too because it's amazing the content you guys get.
It's a Patreon, y'all.
Oh, sorry, the Patreon.
Oh no, I love
Patreon.
it. We love to say it.
So I've listened to your theory about this and why you dislike this concept of saying that the sex is bad. Like they're putting this out there. I disagree that that's what they're saying with this. I don't think, like, my impression is not that they're saying sex is bad, is they're saying that you people don't know how to talk. You guys are dumb and you don't know how to interact with other people and make connections that are beyond sex. Not that sex is bad, just that you don't know how to do anything but have sex because you're hot and that's what you want. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but
that's really
you're
fair.
dumb and you need to learn how to make connections besides with your penis and your vagina.
That's fair. I just hear as a gay person when someone says, "Please keep your penis in your pants." I go, "Who the fuck are you, Lon?"
I didn't say.
I think you're projecting a little bit.
You just read him, and you were right, and I love it.
I was just viciously read.
Poodle was red. Yes.
And I will accept this burn and live to learn another day.
Woo! What it is?
I think they're trying to have some.
He hasn't had sex in
Stop
4
screaming.
weeks.
Sorry, Hanakawa, what were you saying?
Quarantine abstinence. It starts to get to you, right?
Oh, yes. My brain is like adult.
Well, that's interesting is on the show they can't masturbate either.
Right.
So at least you have that. You can do that.
I feel like it'd be really hard for them to catch all of that. I guarantee you Harry's rubbed one out when they
in
have
the bed, right? I'm like, are they watching them while they sleep? Is there like a body
black like that shit later.
camera?
I guarantee
That's how they
you.
cut the blowjob. That's how they cut the blowjob, though.
They're like, why are these sheets so crunchy? But yeah, like
They just break one in half.
They're like, why does it smell like Clorox in here?
Exactly. Did someone bleach this?
right? I'm like, did they get penalized for wet dreams? Because after a while,
yeah, but they go into the closet where the clothes are and just rub one out. It's fine.
Yeah, they'd have to. I think they'd have to say. That's what I said. The shower, y'all, is riddled with jizz.
Don't take a black light in there.
He's like, I don't have to touch myself to get off.
Exactly.
I just look at myself in the mirror and I get off.
Just turn the water on high.
That's what girls learn that. I mean, when we were like 10.
That doesn't work for me.
So we just watched.
I've learned other things that work much better, but that was my first introduction.
We learned a little bit about masturbation today.
We did.
I learned about that when I was like 10.
Oh, wow. We're halfway in episode 6, actually. We haven't recapped yet, but we watched. So we were just introduced to the new girls and Corey. Ooh.
Corey.
Yeah.
They toss this guy in when they're like super thirsty now. So they're like, you want some of this?
Oh, no, don't tell the new guy I'm dumb.
I love that.
I was like, you just need to keep the mouth shut because as long as it's closed, you'll be okay.
You guys have some great viewing ahead of you. A great viewing ahead of you. There's some really good stuff coming up.
So without giving anything away about what happens, what did you guys think of our boy Bryce? We had a lot to say.
I think that Bryce shows some potential and then shows some growth.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan at first.
Right.
But he grew on me, kind of like mold.
Yeah.
We still can't stand him.
I don't like him. I called him a human PT Cruiser. Just because he's
accurate.
He's kind of like, it's kind of like he didn't belong with all the others. Like he wasn't really a human, or he like, you know how Superman got sent from Krypton, then Bryce got sent from like planet Douche.
They said he was a human boat, like walking boat shoes.
He is. He's like topsiders.
Somebody on somewhere online where I read about like where are they now, so I know what's happening with everybody now. Yeah, but like the where are they now? Like they described him as like the human boat shoe walking.
That's accurate. He's just such a douche, and everything he said with the girls was like, "Oh wow, nice to meet you." I mean, nice to really meet you. It's so
that's what
gross.
I'm saying about they don't know how to talk because they've never.
He's used to the panties falling when he says that.
Yeah,
right.
Also, his armpit hair is way too long.
It's long.
They're really, really long. You could braid that shit.
I will say this: I didn't like him until the very last episode. So,
okay.
All right,
we're ready then. We're ready to watch that.
Honestly, I was disappointed by. Because, I mean, Jake and I both, we're equal opportunity dick suckers, but I have a penchant for black man, so I'm really disappointed.
Penchant? More like fetish, but that's okay.
I was disappointed that Kels is so fucking boring.
Oh, and boy, what an attitude.
What an ass.
Right. Yeah.
Also,
wait, who are we talking about?
Kels. Exactly.
You
the one that talks about being a lion all the time. You can only take
Lion King imagery so far.
And his farts smell like human growth hormone.
They do.
Oh my God.
Is he the one that was the accountant and kept getting mad about the money going down?
My money's going down. Lion gets upset. Roar.
Okay, that's
he has nothing to offer. And even when dumb Chloe thinks that you're dumb, I mean...
Well, Francesca tried to get a little juice out of him, and he's just like,
"Yeah." And
that was weird.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder how much there's behind the scenes producer stuff going on this show.
Yeah,
because the first 2 episodes there was no one. Poor Nicole, the Irish girl.
She can't
get anybody to plug her.
She can't get any airtime. She can't, and she was cute.
Yeah,
I would have changed sides for her.
Yeah, I feel like there is some, like all reality shows, and especially all kind of competition-ish reality shows. There's always a molding of the results, and so I don't know how much is going on. I can't believe they waited this long to kick out Haley. We thought she would. Why would they not have like kicked out people like even in episode 2?
I thought that was like part of the premise. Like you fuck up, you lose money, and you get booted out.
It was like they brought in these people, put them together, and when 1 or 2 of them didn't really work, like didn't turn out to be the person that they thought they were with the group, didn't have the chemistry, whatever. They just kicked them out. That's something I wish they would do on 90 Day. when somebody like Blake and Jasmine come on, so as boring as Blake and Jasmine were, listen to this though. Blake and Jasmine's entire story was producer driven because they were more boring than they anticipated. So they gave them this storyline to amp them up. So as boring as they were, in real life, they're actually more boring than that.
You call me boring, and I will rip out your spine.
We just call her Fembot.
Because she was just so robotic.
Robotic.
She's actually kind of not that way if you talk to her like outside of the show.
I'm
but
sure. She is Finnish, and they are. I've met some Finnish people, and they're either like the most craziest people you'll ever meet, or they're very much like Jasmine.
They're it's interesting. Someone bought a cameo for us like a year so long ago with Blake and Jasmine, and even in that, when they were getting paid by Cameo, Blake
Jasmine was like,
she was just kind of smiling. Blake was like, "Hey guys, we love our 90-day gays," and then at the end, he said, "Maybe you'll have us on."
And we're like,
I talked to Blake twice, and he blew me off twice, and then he came back to me going, "Oh, we want to talk," and I was like, "What, motherfucker? Like my time isn't worth anything to you?" So
he's such an LA
season's
user.
done.
Gross.
Put on your mask and do your rap and go away.
And I used his music
I ended
on my
up
show.
blocking him.
I used his music on my show.
He's the only 90-day cast member I think I've blocked.
Well, he wants fame. He did the show for fame.
That's all it is. And once the show ends, you'll notice that all of them start like vibrating excitedly because they need to keep the, our 90-day fans. A new season comes out, and we're like, whoop, okay,
forget about everybody else.
Or you're like Paul, and you have a complete and utter personality disorder. And you need to talk to everyone at all times.
Yep.
Hey, Paul. Just go wash your hair.
Poop waterfall.
You got to give it to Darcy, because Darcy really, I understand fate.
She gets the game. She gets
heart out there. It gets broken.
Every bit of the game.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. She knows how to keep it going.
That's why we will watch that spinoff and love it.
I was trying to show you this. It's not going to work, but I was trying to show you in my. Never mind.
I thought you were trying to give me a tan. I was like, what is
I know. I was like, what is that gleaming phone?
It's too funny.
Oh, anyway, okay. So,
so we're excited to finish it, and we've had a good time. We've had a good time with you keep calling it hot or not. That's what I want to call it.
It is really good, and it gets better. I think each episode gets better and better. So if you're turned off by the dumb, like Haley talking about her sorority in the first episode, like power through it, right?
A girl fell off a building and broke her neck.
And we still
I know. I was like, what the fuck's
the thing I like about it, and I think if they do a season 2 of this, which I think they will, which will be even better, is it's kind of ingenious that they've created Lana, because Lana, on a lot of these reality shows, they set the rules, and the rules are almost in cement and very.
Lana can change rules,
but Lana can do whatever the fuck she wants. So therefore, they can be like, if this isn't interesting, let's change it.
It's a very European-ish feeling of a show where they'll have like a mastermind saying like in a house or something like, and they all have to listen to the mastermind or something like that. It's a very European show.
There were so many reasons why I love this, and I didn't expect to, because like Love Island wasn't my thing, whatever. But like, you get all these people who initially you're like, okay, they're dumb, like they have nothing to offer, but their chemistry together, and then like how the manipulation, right? How Francesca and Haley were manipulating everybody else by that kiss and everything, like that was like, ooh. Things are getting interesting. Let's watch and see what else they do, and how they do it all and stuff, and how they interact. It ended up like, and you see them develop personalities, like, and that's the whole point, right? And you see what Lana's going to come up with and what they do, and then the influx of the new people. It's like this fresh blood in the water. Like it was all. I really enjoyed it, and then like each of the episodes, like the ones you guys haven't gotten to yet, are also really good. It satisfies you. There's a good climax to it.
Oh, good. I need a good climax in pandemic, y'all.
That's the only climax you're going to get.
It's the only one you're going to get, Poodle. There's a fire hydrant on his corner, and he sits on it.
I'm about to sit on a traffic cone.
Yeah.
Oh no! What'd you guys think about Jesus?
Oh, here's the thing.
Was he planted?
He smells like patchouli, right?
He does.
Patchouli smells amazing. What are you talking
No,
about?
it doesn't.
Mixed with bad decisions and cheap beer.
He might.
Yeah, that's where it goes sour.
He might have been. He comes off as this like
Poodle was attracted to. Just admit it. You were into it.
Here's why I was attracted to him, y'all. He's got a huge dick. I will tell you that now. It's a huge penis.
And I was just about to say, I love it when you guys like go in on these characters, because being like a life coach and a therapist with the educational background to support it, you guys have this deep psychological insights on these people, and you go to big dick.
Yep, that's where I usually go first. We step off there, and we
Because the human nature is that's what we think about first. When you're scoping someone out, you're like, face, dick. I could do. Let's go, right? Like you don't care about their childhood issues.
No,
right now. You're dating them.
I wish I did not have that gift, because it would have saved it. But it has saved me a lot of time and knowing people I did not want to date.
Because as Poodle says,
I have the gift too. So
yes, you know.
I just don't use it.
Poodle says it was given to him by an old crone when he was a baby that knew she was about to die.
She passed my bed and said, who can I give this to? And said, well, there's a gay child. I'll just show that.
Gay child.
So that's what.
And I went to her in my cradle.
Exactly.
Solidified the deal,
was,
right?
My higher power was out there and said, well, we're going to make her a raging alcoholic, but let's also give her the gift of personality and empathy.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing.
It's a great thing.
I just make bad decisions. You guys got all the good stuff. I look back and I'm like, fuck.
But you have to have those to learn where you are now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
True. When I was sitting in that alley with one behind me and one in front of me, and just like a Stay Puft marshmallow truck right there, I knew I'd made a lot of bad choices.
Oh, you were there too?
I learned a lot.
It's true.
See, I made a lot of bad decisions. I just don't remember them because I was drunk from age 17 to age 21. So I was in a blackout. I don't know what happened.
I mean, the good thing is that Facebook and Instagram wasn't extremely popular or invented.
God.
So you can't go back and document a lot of the dumb shit.
The videos I would have made.
I ended up married. I have a kid.
Yes.
Like,
the videos I would have made of me dancing to Madonna's Hanky Panky on YouTube would have been endless.
You've been TikTok famous already.
Mine was Dancing to Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
Oh, I love that song.
Like that song.
I would like get down on my knees when she would sing that part.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like, the whole thing.
We do get into we get and we kind of pride ourselves on this just because we both think this way, but we get a little feminist in us. And so what we do like about this show from like a psychology perspective is you really see the dynamics of what men can get away with versus what women cannot.
Yes.
Especially with Harry and Francesca and the way that all was reverted of Harry needing to be apologized to when he's the one that fucked over Franny at the whole beginning.
Well, I said before, he came for money. He's super entitled. He had to have come for money.
For sure.
For the fame too, because like all these people are
they're all influencers.
Like I said, Instagram verified. They're mega influencers now. They're all
he definitely came from
a
place of his parents always got him out of trouble. His dad knows a judge, and his DUIs went away, and all of that.
Totally.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, we this has been so much fun.
Oh my God.
We're gonna do this again.
Yeah.
The next time we do another fucking binge.
I would go do a fucking binge, except for it's the NFL draft tonight, and I'm not going to see my partner.
You just said words, and I don't know what that means.
She keeps talking about the sports ball, and I'm like,
sports ball.
Sports ball. But thank you
guys
so
much for having us.
Great.
Big burly men in tight pants.
Yes.
I could understand that you got. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for coming. Okay. Tell everybody where we can find you.
You can find us at 90 Day Gays on Instagram or Twitter.
And if you haven't listened to the first half of this conversation and want us here to talk about 90 Day, be sure to jump on the 90 Day Gays podcast, because that's where the first of our crossover is going to be.
Yes, and we called this portion of the show the shameless self-promotion. So what else?
Ooh, I love it.
What else do you got for us?
Y'all, we just talked about this recap of this show is on our Patreon. We also did Love is Blind, if you were into that, and Tiger King, which that show's called Tiger Queens.
We did
Oh my God, that was so good.
It's amazing.
We also do for 90 Day Fiance people. We have never seen past 90 Day Fiance. So we do two things. We watch it, and then we do a watch along, kind of like our version of Pillow Talk, but we call
Pillow Biter Talk.
Pillow Biter Talk. And so we watch that, a 30-minute, and then we do a podcast about all the past seasons, which is really interesting for us to learn about, like, kind of seeing people on What Now, we just watched the season with Courtney on before that, so they see Courtney and all that. So anyway, it's for some people it's nice.
Well, now you know what Antonio's dick looks like, because I described his dick for you.
Someone needs to go check on Courtney.
I think she's already under a rug right now because
that guy's going to bury her under his pool.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
she's like in the Everglades somewhere.
And you guys also have day jobs, which how you record as much as you do and have your day jobs, I don't know, because they have so much content between their regular show, their 90 Day Gays, which is the free stuff anybody can listen to, plus their Patreon, which is patreon.com/90 Day Gays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's good of you to say.
So
thank you.
Like, if you are looking for content to listen to during quarantine, it's all over there. Tiger Queen, Love is Blind, 90 Day, Too Hot to Handle, all of it is over there. There's so much over there. I haven't gotten through all of it yet because there's just so much. So many hours in the day. And your Instagram is 90 Day Gays.
At 90 Gays.
Instagram and Twitter.
And you have the Sissy Squad on Facebook, so they can find that there.
Or 90 Day Gays on Facebook as well. We have a public page too.
That's right.
Awesome. And Hanakawa?
You can find me at 90 Day Fiance today. It's the end of the day. That's it. That's the only place I reside.
It's the only place she is.
Only
and
place.
I am Frauded by TLC. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Frauded by TLC. You can also find our Facebook group, which is the Fraudcasters. We also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/the Fraudcast. And we cover all kinds of shows over there, which is other than 90 Day, where right now we're finishing up Married at First Sight. We're going to be talking about, probably talking about Too Hot to Handle, and then like Love After Lockup is coming back. So we're going to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have Married at First Sight fan, who's the Fraudcast of Married at First Sight. She does an Instagram page. She does for Married at First Sight, what we do for 90 Day. She's going to be on the show. So you can find us there. You can also find me on Instagram Friday nights at Frauded Night Live. And I have YouTube. I know. We talk about all the gossip of the week. It's fun. And I have a YouTube, which is Frauded by TLC on YouTube, which is all of the Fraudcast episodes go there, as well as my Friday Night Lives. The reason why they're up on YouTube is because they are closed captioned for our hard of hearing and deaf viewers. So you can go there. I know you're looking at me like
you're like me on a Saturday night. Take it all
everywhere.
So go over there if you like what you see. Subscribe to that so you can get notified of all the new updates. And we are the Fraudcast, and we're dumpster diving, so you don't have to.
This Fraudcast has been produced and edited by yours truly. Art by Sarah Dawdy. Music written, produced, and performed by Ooh Mommy. Segment producer at iHeart Reality TV Shows. Further assistance provided by many unnamed fraud consultants.